Okay, after I recorded part 1, I realized, oh my goodness, I missed one of my biggest things. So here's part 2 of how to get your kiddos to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. My hair is a little crazy, going to a baby shower, and I'm gonna get it down, but for right now, I gotta keep it up and get as much volume into my thin hair as I can. So here's part 2, smoothies. They are my biggest hack. I've put fruits and vegetables into muffins. My kids love muffins, and it just seems to be an easy hack. There's some great recipes online. I think Super Healthy Kids has like a green muffin that's really good. Get some spinach in there. Anyway, when it comes to smoothies, I always have a frozen banana for sweetness and also to help thicken it up, because when you put frozen berries and stuff in there, which I always have frozen berries on hand, the frozen berries just get like icy and mushed up, and it just turns out into like this strange liquid. It doesn't actually blend up into like a thick smoothie like I would think at a restaurant, at a cafe. So I do at least a half a banana. Well, let's see. I'm thinking in big size. I want to get to small size. If I was just doing this for one child, I would probably put in a half a banana. I would do like a half cup of frozen fruit, or maybe 3/4 of a cup of frozen fruit. And then, and as far as frozen fruit, you can do anything. My kids like mangoes. Those are also thickeners, just like bananas. We always have frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries. You can get like a mixed fruit frozen pack. And again, I go to Wegmans and I get the big family pack. And my kids love smoothies, especially like I said earlier on part 1. Hey, if we're doing takeout pizza, then we'll also do smoothies. If we do takeout pizza, we're also having baby carrots with it. If we do takeout pizza, we're also having apple slices, oranges, something that's not just pure fast food, but we're also putting in healthy stuff in there. So smoothies. Put all of the frozen fruit in there. I would put in the frozen banana first. And then I fill it up with water just to cover the fruit. You don't want to put too much water in there because then it's watery, but you can always add extra water if it's too thick. Some things, fiber-wise, chia seeds are great. Flax seeds are great. I would get ground flax seeds because I think those have better health benefits, like if they're cracked open versus if they're just whole. That will get you more regular. Instead of water, you could also do kefir, or you could do some yogurt in there and then fill the rest up with water. Interestingly enough, this is a great place to hide vegetables. Before my kids had an appetite for vegetables, I just keep offering it to them and I make them take a bite. I don't force them to finish a whole thing of vegetables or whatever. But before they were actually wanting to get vegetables raw into their, or cooked, roasted, whatever, I would hide them in their smoothies. Again, the goal is to not have to hide it because you want them to be adults and you want them to want healthy food. But in the beginning stages, when I really didn't have fruits or vegetables as part of our meals yet, I put it in their smoothies. So fresh spinach, you can't even taste the difference. But I would put that in their smoothies. You could even do carrots if you have a good blender. I just have a Ninja, and it kind of looks like a NutriBullet where it has the little, I didn't like the big blender for the Ninja. That didn't work for me very well, but those personalized bottles that also you flip them upside down and then it becomes your cup. Those work really well for my family. And the blade is just awesome. I mean, I think we've had that blade. When did I get that? 9 years ago? I mean, it's been a while. So, but I was able to blend carrots in there. I could sneak nuts in there. And my kids wouldn't know. I would just imagine if you have vitamin. Oh, this is the other thing I would do. My family probably doesn't eat enough protein. So we've got a ton of fiber going on, but maybe not enough protein. They don't always love to eat all the meat. So in my smoothie, after I put the water in, like so frozen fruit, then water, then I would add the protein powder. If you put the protein powder in before the water, mine sticks to the side of my whatever I'm blending it in, and then it doesn't mix into the rest of the smoothie, and you have to like scrape it out, and like it's just a mess. So I always put the water in first, and then I put my protein in next, and then that seems to blend it up really well. We like Vega One. That tastes good to us. It doesn't have an off-putting taste. We've done the meal replacement one, like the all-in-one shake. I would think it's like similar to Shakeology if you know Beachbody. But then when I started taking supplements and stuff, I was already where I wanted to be supplement-wise. And there's like a lot of vitamins and minerals in the all-in-one shake, which I personally didn't need. So then I just switched to like a clean Vega One Sport Protein, I think it was. It's like 30 grams of protein. And again, my kids don't each need 30 grams of protein, but if I make like a 3-cup or 4-cup smoothie and I put one thing of protein in it, it splits it up. And I'd probably do 2 of those for my family because we have 7 kids. And maybe I want to drink some. But yeah, just depending on what your nutritional needs are as far as vitamins and minerals. You don't need the all-in-one shake unless you need the all-in-one shake. So that is my part 2 of how to get fruits and vegetables into your family's regular routine in a really easy, simple, efficient way. All right, hope that helps.